We're here with Hayden Bird after beating Merstham 2-1 away. Your first league win as manager and Leatherhead's second league win so far. What are your thoughts on today's game?
I thought it was a great performance. Ironically, when I was at Kingstonian, my first league victory was here as well. So Merstham, a club that's always been very good to me, has managed to help us again, even though I thought they were very good. I'm delighted with the team. I thought that they played some really outstanding football. When you consider the new lads that are involved, when you consider that we've been in the building a week or so, 2 weeks, a week of work seriously, the way that the players have understood and grasped my idea of football is such a credit to all of them. I can't tell you how pleased I am with them, and I can't tell you how easy they are to work with.
Yeah, so how did it feel playing against and beating Merstham, especially as your first game as a team you know so well?
Well, Merstham is a club that will always be very dear to me. It's a club that is almost like family, because I know everybody here, and barring when I come here, I always want them to do well. The supporters, the board, and now Pete, I consider to be very good friends of mine. So I always wish them well. Unfortunately, if that's the right word, I had to try to come here today to win for Leatherhead because that's my job. I didn't take any pleasure in beating Merstham, that's for sure, but I did take a great pleasure in getting our first victory together. And the victory was for the supporters who, for the whole game, were tremendous.
Yeah, so you've already mentioned the new players. There were 6 coming in this week. Has the energy in the dressing room changed at all? Because today we did seem a lot more lively and like we were willing to win this game.
Well, I think the energy since I've been here has always been fantastic. The reception that the players have given me from my first meeting with them was something that I was really appreciative of. Everybody was very positive. It's never easy when there's a change in the manager, and it's never easy when the previous manager had done such a good job and was so popular in the dressing room. But the players have been really professional. They've been very welcoming, so the energy was always been good. I think what we've brought to the team is not so much energy but pace. And if you look at the pace of Trey, and if you look at the pace of Dan Hector, and if you look at the pace of Reece Alassani, I think that the forward line here, Tarpi, Trey, Alassani, Hector, that would scare teams going for promotion in the league above. So that's great that they've got on the score sheet today, and I've got to say 2 really good goals.
Yep, so next week's game we have Chertsey away. Today they beat Ashford 6-1, and Ashford we have the week after that. What are your thoughts ahead of those 2 games with the recent scores?
Well, I think they're both going to be difficult games. I think in football at this level, and indeed in football in Isthmian League level generally, whether it's South Central, South East, Premier Division, you have to play well to win. And if you don't play well, then you don't win. Ashford beat Merstham last week, and I know they played very well to beat Merstham. We know Chertsey are a very good team. They're a team that have been together. They're a team that's very well coached. But they're the teams we need to catch. They've got a bit of a head start on us, so we need to work harder than everybody else to catch them. So in a way, it's an ideal game for us because they're the teams that we need to catch.
Yep, so you've already mentioned how good the fans were today. Do you think that they seem to be a bit more excited because of what you're saying, like the more pace that we have now? So have you got any other messages for them?
Well, I can't say whether they're more excited because it would be unfair for me to judge what happened before I arrived. But all I can say is the backing from the supporters, match day around the club. Supporters are coming training to watch. The support they're giving the team is being mirrored on the pitch, and in difficult moments, they're getting behind the players, and the players are responding. I can only speak personally and say I'm really excited to be here. I'm really excited to work with this group of players, and I think that what's exciting for Leatherhead is with no disrespect to what's happened in the past, you're seeing players like Reece Alasani, like Dan Hector, like Michael Ilecci, who I thought was nothing short of sensational in the fullback position. There's a new quality coming into the club, and so for that reason, it's obviously my job to bring them in and attract them and give them a platform to play. But I can't sit here and take any credit. The players deserve all of the credit. They did well in Chipstead. I think they deserved to win the game, but when Chipstead scored, emotionally, it got a bit too much for them. But I was pleased in Chipstead as we spoke. I think I saw further improvement at East Grinstead in playing in two shapes. And today the key was, we were in control of the game. We suffered a setback from an absolutely stunning goal. And whereas last week that affected us, this week we picked ourselves up, dusted ourselves down and just carried on with the game. And it was that principle of play that got us the 3 points.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, my pleasure.